Hey everybody, Christy from Happy and Healthy TV with you guys, or Happy and Healthy Wellness with you guys tonight, author, nutritionist. Hi, my little llamas mamas. How is everyone today? I hope you guys are doing great. Today I figured I would do a video on nausea throughout pregnancy. Whew. I don't know if anybody else has had this, but I had HG while I was pregnant with both of my pregnancies. Not fun. Don't recommend that. Which is just like constant vomiting. So, uh, again, a lot of moms are concerned about this, especially in the first few months of a pregnancy, because you're worried that the baby is not going to get what they need. Just so all of you are aware, the baby's brain development really doesn't take place in a very large capacity until the third trimester. So if you're sick within the first trimester, which is most people, the majority of people, I should say, you're really not in that bad of shape. As long as you can keep enough water down and things like that, I would say that you're doing a really great job. But I do understand what it's like not to be able to do that. So, what are some things that you can do to help combat nausea? Number one, I recommend is going to be ginger. And you've probably heard this before. It's long been touted as a remedy for people with nausea throughout a pregnancy. So, I would take a fresh piece of ginger and cut the skin off of it. Very easy thing to do. And you can actually stick it either in a tea bowl or in a teapot and then just let the water boil and go ahead and do that. That's a really great way if you sip that throughout the day. Depending on the time of the year that you're pregnant, you might want that either hot or cold. You could do that as a hot or cold beverage. The other cool thing is you're protecting your body against infections because ginger is an antimicrobial food, meaning that it protects you against bacteria, virus, and fungus. So it's really just great to add to your diet anyway. But sipping a little bit of that all throughout the day is a great idea. Another tip number two you may have heard of, is to have small meals frequently throughout the day. A lot of times when we get nauseous throughout a pregnancy, it actually is a signal the baby is trying to send you, sends to your brain, it's very smart, that it's telling you you're hungry. So while it might sound counterintuitive to eat when you feel like that, having little bits of food at a time are very helpful. If you are having a very hard time keeping foods down, maybe vegetable broth or a chicken broth, or if you can do a really healthy form of crackers, like in particular, am gluten free, so I do Mary's Gone Crackers brand of crackers. They're fabulous. They've got a really great flavor to them, high protein, high omega-3 fatty acid content, so that's a fabulous snack to have in between meals if you're feeling like that. My tip number three, totally ate a ton of these with both of my pregnancies. I had a lot of organic smoothie drinks while I was pregnant, either homemade or if I was not feeling well enough, I went to the store and purchased them. I recommend that highly because you can get a ton of nutrient dense food in a very small serving. So if you really can't keep much down, that's a great way to be able to do what you need to do there. And I think that that's a great idea. So anything you like, a berry smoothie would be great, whatever you're craving at that point. So that's a great way to get your fruits and veggies in, with it, in addition to making sure that you're keeping yourself away from being nauseous. Number four is going to be coconut water. Now, this might sound weird, but if you're vomiting very often, obviously you want to be concerned about dehydration. So here's a tip for you guys. You can actually go like this with your skin. See how my skin flips back really quick when I pinch it? That's a really good way to tell whether or not you're dehydrated. I have seen patients, particularly people with like kidney problems and things, but people that are really dehydrated, and if you flip their skin back, it goes back like really slow like this instead of. So that's a way that you could tell, hey, this is a danger sign. If something like that does happen to you, listen, at that point, as a nutritionist, I would tell you to contact your OB because you may need to go to the hospital for fluids. It's happened to me before, and this is always my way of checking to see whether or not I'm dehydrated. Drinking a really good high quality filtered water is going to be preferable. I also put a little bit of sea salt in my water because that actually helps to ensure that you are getting enough minerals in your water. Most people don't realize when your water is filtered, we lose the mineral content in it, and you need that while you're pregnant. Believe it or not, magnesium and zinc also help to combat nausea, which is also found in dark green leafy vegetables, things like that. So either a gray Celtic sea salt or pink Himalayan sea salt are extremely preferable for pregnancy. You just put a pinch of it in your water and that's it. Kind of do it and run. If you don't want to do that, like I said, coconut water is a really great idea. It has got more electrolytes in it than Gatorade. So while I was pregnant with my daughter, it was in the middle of the summer. It was hot as HE double hockey sticks. It was crazy. So I actually took coconut water and put it in ice pop molds, and I made myself these awesome coconut water ice pops, and it was great. Really good suggestion. You can also do that with watermelon too. Just take a watermelon, put it in the food processor, puree it, and then sometimes they add a little bit of lemon or lime juice to give it a little extra zhuzh, a little kick. And you can go ahead and add that into a popsicle mold and freeze them up. They taste phenomenal. And then what do you get? It's watermelon with lemon or lime. We used to have that for breakfast in the morning. Watermelon is actually not a fruit. It's now classified as a vegetable because of the nutrient content. So if it's a food that you enjoy, being that we're coming into the warmer months of the year. So if you are pregnant at this time and you want a cool snack and you feel nauseous and you feel gross, it's a really great thing to do. Lavender can also help with nausea. So I would recommend to put a little bit of essential lavender oil right underneath your nose. Helps out a lot. If you're really, really nauseous, a nurse taught me this trick. You can actually take rubbing alcohol, stick it on a cotton ball, and put it under your nose. Again, sounds strange, but believe it or not, it actually can stop nausea like that. So those are some tricks of the trade. If you have HD like I did, I took Zofran while I was pregnant. As a nutritionist, I try to stay away from drugs. However, there are some cases where it is warranted. So I hope anybody that's suffering from nausea through their pregnancy feels better. 'Cause God, do I know how that feels. Not fun, but it does end. So let me just put that out there for you guys. All right, my dears. I hope everybody has a happy and healthy day. You guys take very good care of yourselves and your babies. And love you all. Good night.